The Batman. The Batman and Joker 2. The Batman 2. Are you guys anticipating it? I certainly am. And let's talk about it. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about Aubrey Plaza as Lara Croft. Really? Millie Bobby Brown goes to college? Johnny Depp, oddly enough, is going to be directing a movie with Al Pacino. But we start off today's show by talking about the Batman, Joker 2, the DCEU. Warner Bros. DCEU reboot plan already has a Batman and Joker problem. Really? What do you mean? What are you talking about? The Joker was $1 billion film. The Batman is still probably my favorite movie of the year. It's made over $750 million at the box office. That's a lot of chatter, guys. What do you mean a problem? What are you talking about? Okay, so it may face some problems when it comes to Joker and the Batman after 2022 merger of Discovery Inc. and Warner Bros. It was announced that Warner Bros. Discovery will be overseeing changes in the DCEU. Well, yeah, we got that last week from Zaslav, right? Beginning officially in 2013, Man of Steel, the DCEU has always tried to keep up with the massive success of the MCU. Yeah, we know that. So what's the quote here from Zaslav, the CEO over there at Warner Bros? So, let's take a look. The president of the new Warner Bros. Discovery, Zaslav, has revealed he believes that DC films have lacked coherent, creative, and brand strategy. So how does that relate to the Joker and the Batman? Well, the Joker was supposed to be a standalone film. Now it's just going to be at least a sequel, with Lady Gaga coming in as Harley Quinn, and it's going to be a musical. Start shooting this December. $150 million budget, so that's going to be like in its own universe. And we know the Batman with Robert Pattinson. That's it, sort of. Yeah, that's in its own universe as well. They can't be connected because you know that Barry Keoghan has been. He was the Joker in the Batman. Like he was going to be the proto Joker, right? So we're gonna have to see how that goes. So obviously, that Joker and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. They're different. They're in different universes. So when he says this quote here, lack of coherent creative and brand strategy, having like their 10-year plan that's going to revolve around Superman and Batman, can Robert Pattinson's Batman be that part of that 10-year plan? Just have them be. See, some people are spinning in this too much in the wrong direction. Now, it isn't. I wouldn't even use the word problem. It's a buzzword, but it grabs people in. It grabs people's attention. I wouldn't say that it's a problem. I think most people already understand that these movies do take place in different universes. Joker is successful, but can't happen again. What do you mean it can't happen again? What are you talking about? Are you underestimating the director, Todd Phillips, and Joaquin Phoenix? I don't... Come on, he won the Oscar for playing that role. Of course he can, if he delivers another knockout performance. I think that, of course, and it made $1 billion. Now, I don't think Joker 2 will make $1 billion unless somehow they deliver what people want to see. And that's Joker and Harley Quinn, and his Joker and Harley Quinn. Oh, it's just the musical bit gives it a little bit of a head scratcher, right? But we'll have to see how that goes because, man, if they deliver some really cool scenes, people are going to be on board with it, and of course it's going to be successful, of course. So I don't consider it a problem. I consider it kind of like a diversion, right? A diversion. And I think everybody involved with it knows that. Like Todd Phillips knows that, Joaquin Phoenix knows that, and I think Lady Gaga knows that, signing up for the sequel. But can Robert Pattinson's Batman be the main DCEU Dark Knight? Could they build around him? Possibly. But I'm just looking at it and I'm trying to... Can you see Superman in that universe with Robert Pattinson? Because they were really going for that authentic... they were trying to make it a little bit more grounded, right? I mean, come on. It's a guy in a bat suit flying around the city fighting crime. It's not that realistic to begin with, but... they were trying to make it a little bit more realistic and not go for that over-the-top kind of surreal stuff. Matt Reeves has said that multiple times. That's why he'll never go to villains like Clayface or Killer Croc or anything like that. And if he does, they'll try to make it a real grounded kind of thing. So it almost, by that take, I would say that Robert Pattinson's The Batman, I don't see Superman or The Flash or Green Lantern in that kind of universe. I don't. So for me, here's where I stand on this. They're going to be successful films no matter what. You got your slate coming up with Black Adam, Aquaman 2, Blue Beetle, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and The Flash. Whatever happens with The Flash. I'm not going to go down that road today. But just talking about the Batman 2 and Joker 2, just let them, my take is, just let them be their own universe. Just people understand that, it's okay. We understand that if you create a new Superman and let's say you bring back Affleck, we would, I think most fans out there would be on board with that, and that's where I land on the so-called Batman and Joker 2 problem. What do you guys think? What do you think about that headline? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Okay, you're watching Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. If you don't know, we do a show daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And hey, if you want to watch the pre-show that we do on Instagram, there it is right there. And of course, we do the after show there on Facebook Live. And we got a lot of topics to talk through. And if you're joining us in the live chat, I'll talk with you guys in between the stories. TMNTJ Gaming says, "Hi, sir. Long time didn't see you, sir." He says, "Let's see their performance." I'm talking about probably Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga there. Yeah, very interesting. It was kind of a weird way to start off the stories for the week. We'll have to see how this goes. No DC have mistake in timeline that wide. TMNTJ Gaming said. Yeah, there's a timeline difference there too between when the Joker universe takes place to when the Batman's timeline takes place, because obviously in the Batman there's technology there, and you got the impression that the Joker took place in the period piece, right? All right, let's move on. All right, guys, it's Monday, so you know what time it is. It's time for the weekend box office report, and we'll take a look at the old box office mojo for the weekend of August 12th to the 14th, and let's take a look at the top 5. Number 1 was Bullet Train. Number 2 was DC League of Super Pets. Number 3 was Top Gun Maverick. Number 4 was Thor Love and Thunder, and number 5 was Nope. So the only thing that changed here was Top Gun Maverick moving back into the top 5? Wait, no. It was, because Top Gun Maverick was 5th last week, and now it's moved back into the top spot. And we're going to talk about Top Gun Maverick because it's moving up the ranks in its all-time domestic box office. But the 2 new releases were Bodies, and Fall. Now, Fall was a smaller, low-budget kind of movie about 2 girls that climb up a radio tower, and the ladder breaks and they can't get back down. Now, I'm curious about that one. But Bodies had a limited release last week, in only 4 theaters. But it opened up wide this weekend, and it only came in 8th. So I forgot who was it that said on our Friday show. They said that it wouldn't even crack the top 5, and I thought it would come in at least 4th or 5th. But no, it only made $3.2 million, Bodies. So, Pete Davidson, sorry, dude, you're not a big box office draw just yet. Lee Pace, Maria Bakalova, we'll talk about it in a few moments. But there are some other new releases. Oh yeah, E.T. is in IMAX right now, and we'll talk about the IMAX releases towards the end here. And then a bunch of lower budget indie films came out. Nothing that I may note. Lal Singh Chadha. But let's take a look at some of these numbers. Let's take a look at the Bullet Train numbers, because it did come in at number 1. And I gotta quickly kill this spider that's coming down. Sorry, I didn't even see that there. Wow. All right. Anyway, Yeah. Hey, spiders, you come into this room and you will be dispatched. All right. Bullet Train, number one. 54.4 million at the domestic now. That's 2 weeks now. Internationally, 60 million. So a worldwide total of 114.4 million with a budget of 90 million. You are dead, right? You're not on my... You're not on me. Felt something there. Who cares if I get bitten by a spider? Whatever. Anyway, maybe I'll get superpowers. All right. So it had a $90 million budget and 114. So it's on its way. You know what? Bullet Train, it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. So kudos. It didn't change. It didn't change. So DC Super Pets is up there. Let's talk about Top Gun Maverick. Breaking back into the top 5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it's got a worldwide total of 1.37 billion. Domestically, 673.8 million. 673.8. Wow. Wow. So where does that put it in the top 5 of all time? Domestically, it's still in 7th, but it's about 5 million away from Avengers Infinity War. And it's going to pass Avengers Infinity War. It's going to be number 6th. I don't know if it's going to make it to the $700 million mark. It may. Hey, you know what? We're looking at a very slow August here. So that's why Thor Love and Thunder is hanging in there, and why some of these movies are just kind of like, because there's no big, huge movies coming out. Look, like, as I said, Bodies, 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 and Fall were the only newer releases this week. And next week, I think we only have Beast coming out. So Beast is that Idris Elba lion movie. So we'll have to see how that's going. TMTJ Gaming says in live chat, favorite movie of the year was Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, so that's the sentiment of a lot of people. Like for me, right now, it's still The Batman is number 1. And then I still really liked The Northman. I don't know how. I had to rearrange how that's going, but Top Gun Maverick is definitely up there. It's going to be in the top 5. And then I think Predator Prey is in there. And then for me, I still have a soft spot for Downton Abbey. Yeah, we'll have to see how that. I'll put up my list when we get out towards the end of the year, but it's going to be in the top 10, and still, it's probably going to be in my top 5 for sure. But Thor Love and Thunder. You know, I thought Thor Love and Thunder would just crawl over the $700 million mark, but it's now 720.4. And it's one of those things, it's that case where it's capitalizing on the lack of releases in August. And we talked about that last week too. Like, where are all the big blockbusters now, right? So Thor Love and Thunder is 720. Hey, it's not going to make 800. I don't think it would, but yeah, because it's going to be out on Disney Plus and VOD soon, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. But let's take a look at that one new release today that did come out. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I tried to look for the budget on this. I couldn't find it anywhere, but domestically, 3.5. Guys, I just, my take on this is that the reviews were not all that good. The twist at the end, yeah, it's just like the cast was interesting, but Bodies, Bodies, Bodies delivers gore with dose of social commentary. So if you're somebody who doesn't like to have all of that kind of political stuff thrown into it, then perhaps you may not want to watch this movie. But I like the cast, and it's like a bunch of rich people go to this mansion, and then somebody ends up, they play this game called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That's supposed to be like, there's like a fake killer that runs around, but somebody actually does turn up dead, and then people start dying. So it's kind of like that. You got tastes of like, you know, that kind of elitism getting their own fed back to them kind of vibe from it. I'll see it. I was going to go see it on Thursday, but I chose to go do something else instead. But Pete Davidson, Lee Pace, because you know what, it does when you hear bad reviews about something and you're kind of like, yeah, toxic masculinity. Do I really want to watch something about that? Do I want to be beat over the head with some of this stuff? No. But I'll eventually watch it when it comes out on streaming. That's the way I feel. And I've seen other people's reviews of it, so I'm kind of like, I trust them. There's a channel out there. She specializes in horror, and she sees all the new horror films, and I trust her reviews. She's very good. What is it? Freak of Horror channel? I can't remember the channel. But anyway, yeah, she's very good. And yeah, the ratings there, what is that? 3.5 out of 5. August 5th, expanding. Yeah. So, bodies. I couldn't find the budget, but I couldn't imagine it being more than 10 million for A24. So it's going to be struggling. It'll struggle. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go up because Beast comes out, and Beast will be in the top 5. And as without these big blockbusters, I don't expect too much to change. You know, Top Gun will probably still be in the top 5 next week. Nope. Might get pushed out. And Thor Love and Thunder will stay there because those are the big fun movies that people want to see, right? We'll have to see how it goes. But what do you guys think about some of those box office numbers? Were you surprised that the 2 new releases didn't crack the top 5? Let me know in the comments below. Stick some live comments. Hourglass Vikings in the live chat says, yeah, Batman was very grounded. I can't imagine empowered beings interacting in Pattinson's world. Yeah. Then again, Christian Bale's world was a bit of both Batfleck and Pattinson's worlds. Yeah, but they had things in there like even from the start in Batman Begins where they had that microwave emitter evaporating kind of thing, right? Then again, Christian Bale's, yeah. Watch Vikram, TMTGA Gaming says. This year, surprised, Artglass says, surprised there isn't more family film releases before going back to school. Yeah, me too. Because we got that Lion movie next week. TMTG Gaming says, no Thor now banned in certain country. That why? Well, yeah, Thor. We saw last week that Thor and Pixar's Lightyear were banned in, what was it, Malaysia or Indonesia or something like that. Damn, I think that spider did get on me because I'm feeling itchy for some reason. Maybe I wasn't. Hey, when you kill insects in your room, you got to be very precise. Oh, I see you. You fell down. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick pause here as I dispatch this. The best way I've found to kill a spider. Let's pause here. Take something big and flat. Now, this is just a painting that I'm working on. Take something big and flat. That way, when you go up and press it against the wall, it's not like a small little Kleenex or something that you got, right? And that you go try to squish it, and then it just falls down or something like that. At least when you got something big like this, and you just go stamp it, it's not going to fall down. You're going to get it, and then you never have to worry about it again. All right, there we go. There's a small digression. Let's move on and talk about Kraven the Hunter, because yeah, I do want to talk about Kraven the Hunter, because it was Aaron Taylor Johnson talking about Bullet Train being the #1 at the box office. Aaron Taylor Johnson discusses Bullet Train, Bond's fighting for Tenet, and personal Kraven the Hunter story. So we got a Kraven the Hunter update, and that's what I want to talk about. So, you know, I didn't realize that Kraven the Hunter was coming out next January 13th, 2023. So that's literally like, what, 5 months, 6 months away? Yeah. September, October, November, December, 5 months. 5 months. Ooh, 5 months away. So we should be getting at least a teaser soon, because it's wrapped. It's wrapped, and he said that. So it also has Russell Crowe. Ariana DeBose is in Kraven the Hunter. Very interesting. Alessandro Nivola I think he's going to be the bad guy, right? Maybe. I don't know Kraven's lore other than he's supposed to be Spider-Man villain. And I have got high hopes for this because Morbius, meh. Morbius was, for most people, it was kind of like a big thumbs down, Morbius, but for me, it was kind of like, I see what you're trying to do. It just, it was lacking that punch that you should have had, right? Anyway, Kraven, let's take a look at what this quote is from Aaron Taylor Johnson. This is a big interview that's up on the Hollywood Reporter. And he talks about multiple things there, talking about Bullet Train and such. So here we go. The busy actor recently wrapped his role for Kraven the Hunter, so it's wrapped now. And he was originally offered the Marvel job after Sony bosses were impressed with his Bullet Train dailies. So they liked him in Bullet Train, and he was good in Bullet Train as Tangerine, right? So we know that he's got superhero chops because he was Quicksilver, but if you saw some of the set photos that we looked at on the show some time ago, yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to pull this off. So I guess it was Bullet Train dailies that they cast him as Kraven. Now Kraven is being shot entirely on location, and it's going to make all the difference, he says. It's all going to add something really beautiful to our personal story. Personal story. Personal. I don't know if I like that. It also sets Kraven apart from that Marvel stage look. Yeah. Because you can tell that a lot of the scenes in current MCU films are just filmed on a green screen stage or on the volume or whatever. And it's getting a little bit tiresome. So it'll be a little bit refreshing to see Kraven all shot on real locations. And that's what Andor apparently is going to do that as well, coming out on Disney Plus, as they wanted real life locations. It's also set Kraven apart from that Marvel stage look. It's important for this character to be in the real world. Cool. It's important for the authenticity of the story. Well, that's good news for Kraven the Hunter. But I just hope they make him a bad guy. Make him a bad guy. Don't make him a misunderstood person. Kraven the Hunter is a bad guy with that zeal, that drive to hunt the most dangerous things, right? That's why he wants to hunt Spider-Man, to prove himself. He's got that yeah, I want to see that. I don't want to see, no, don't give us the reluctant bad guy kind of thing. And that's where Morbius kind of lost its steam, right? Because they kind of made him the misunderstood kind of... They tried to copy Venom's formula. And Venom is supposed to be a bad guy too. But he's not. Who knows? But I'm still excited for it. We'll have to see when the first teaser drops. We'll do a reaction here on the channel for Kraven the Hunter. And we'll have to see how this goes. Because, yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think he can do okay. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's take some live chat comments here. Arglass Viking says Aaron Taylor Johnson is a big guy compared to his Kick-Ass movie days. Yeah, he is. I just recently rewatched Kick-Ass 2, and it was good. But he's very young in that. Very, very young. Kraven should be an impressive show. Hopefully it is. Leave me alone, please. No says hi. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live chat. Yeah, that's what we like to do here, is talk with you guys. TMNT Gaming says, batter Sony give Spider-Verse to Marvel. Yeah, well, it is, sort of, perhaps. Have you not seen Spider-Verse representation? Spider-Man-verse representation? What do you mean? Like in the movies? Like, well, there were supposed to be Easter eggs in Morbius for Spider-Man, but they cut those out. They cut it out. If they put him in, then put his crazy wife in it that tries to kill her own son over her husband's death. Is that what happened to Kraven's story? He had a crazy wife? I don't know. That's one of the problems with all of these side stories of the villains, is that a lot of people just don't know the lore for them. Like Madame Web, I know nothing about. I've never even heard of her until they started to say that they wanted to make a movie about Madame Web. So we'll have to see how this goes. But if he's got a crazy wife and stuff like that, that could be an interesting story to tell. And he said personal story. Aaron Taylor Johnson did say personal story, right? Is that what his quote said? It's important to the authenticity. It's important for this character to be in the real world. Yeah. Beautiful to our personal story. So personal, maybe it is about family. Oh, you've read the comics. Leave me alone, please. No, says. Cool. That's cool. Maybe I can find like a synopsis or somewhere online. I'll do my homework. Hey, that's what I do here on this channel, right? For the most part, I do try to find out all of this stuff. And as we get closer to January, I'll learn up a little bit about Kraven the Hunter. All right, let's move on. Johnny Depp directs. Well, we saw that he's going to be in that French movie about Louis XV, right? But he's also going to be directing. And wait. Is it going to be with Al Pacino, or is Al Pacino producing? Let's take a look at the headline. Johnny Depp to direct his first movie in 25 years. Al Pacino co-producing about Modigliani biopic, an Italian artist. Very interesting. Okay, so I thought that Al Pacino was going to be in it, but I guess not. He's just producing it. But it looks like Johnny Depp's slowly getting back to work here. He's going to be in that foreign French film, as I said. We saw a picture of him last week, and in his makeup and stuff like that. So him getting behind the camera too, I think that's an interesting choice. That's a very interesting choice. Now let's take a look at what this is going to be about. Okay, Depp is set to go behind the camera for Modigliani, about the Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani. Modigliani? I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope I didn't butcher it. And will co-produce alongside Al Pacino and Barry Navidi, based on the play. Oh, it's based on a play. Okay. So it's about an artist. Italian artist. Small film, hopefully. Just something small for him to get back working with that medium, that art style of making pictures. I got no problem with that. The project has been very close to Al's heart. So Al Pacino has been really the one pushing a lot of this stuff. Okay. Al introduced me to the play Modigliani back many years ago, and I instantly fell in love with it, said Navidi. This is a slice of Modi's life, and not a bio, just a slice of his life. So it's not a full bio. Okay. I don't know of any of his works. Shall we take a look at some of his works? Hopefully they're not nude or anything. Okay, so he's abstract, right? Impressionism? Is that what they call it? Kind of like that character in It Chapter 1, right? With the lady with the bent face. Is that what that is kind of like? Yeah, it is kind of like that, because she was bent over, like had a weird face that was haunting the young Jewish boy, right? Okay. Huh. Johnny Depp behind the camera. Produced by Al Pacino. Very interesting. Have to check this out. And of course, you know that there's still that thing going on in the background with his lawsuits and stuff. And well, I'm not going to get into all that, but it's still going on. And as I said, this stuff is going to go on for years, and I'm not going to report on every little thing out there. I know some people hang on to this stuff like it's kind of like their it's like their drug of choice right now. Oh, I gotta know the daily gossip about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. It's kind of like, no, it's not for me, but we still know what's going on in the background. I guess she recently fired her old lawyers and has hired on some new people. I don't know. Let's not get bogged down in that. Let's take some live comments here. Leave me alone, please. No says, I don't remember the issue. Madame Web later dies because of some cult with Norman for power and immortality. Well, I also heard that there's going to be two versions of her. There's going to be like the older version and a younger version of her in the film. No villains are always have connection with Spider-Man, but in Morbius don't have connection. Yeah. His blood that altered him was supposed to be Peter's. In Morbius? It was Morbius. Peter's blood was supposed to modify him? Oh. Art is subjective, I suppose. Art Glass Viking says in the live chat. Yes. All right, let's move on. Bryce Dallas Howard. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Bryce Dallas Howard fan. I always champion her work. And just talking a little bit about stuff that we don't really want to talk about, but I do want to bring this to people's attention, because I do fight for equity, pay equity. I do. I stand for that. But what's cool here is what she said. I made so much less money than Chris Pratt on Jurassic World sequels, but he fought for pay equity. So, Chris Pratt stepping up for Bryce Dallas Howard. Cool. And I don't know why people hate Pratt so much. Like they get on. It's that meme bandwagon kind of thing, right? Everybody else is saying it, so I have to say it too. Everybody doesn't like Chris Pratt. I don't know why, but hey, I'll get on that bandwagon too. It's like, why? Apparently he's just had this big hit with that List movie. What was that List movie? Not List. Terminal List, right? So he had a big hit with that right now as a series. And then, of course, he had Jurassic World Dominion out this year. But Bryce Dallas Howard, she's a director, she's an actor, she's so talented, and you're not paying her the same. And she was just in about the same almost time of screen time, I would say. She continued, what I will say is that Chris and I have discussed it, and whenever there was an opportunity to move the needle on stuff that hadn't already been negotiated, like a game or a ride, he literally told me, you guys don't even have to do anything. I'm going to do all the negotiating. We're going to be paid. We're going to be paid the same, and you don't have to think about it, Bryce. Well, that's cool. So he stepped up. Yeah? He's saying, no, I'll negotiate with them and try to get them paid. Get them to pay you as they're going to pay me. Yeah, cool. Yeah. But, and Bryce Dallas Howard comes from, Ron Howard. There's legacy there in Hollywood, and she still wouldn't get the same kind of paycheck, because she was one of the reasons why I continued watching the Jurassic World sequels, because I really liked her as an actress. Yeah. So we're not going to get into the percentages as to how much they were paid off in difference, but Bryce Dallas Howard, as I said, she was phenomenal. She's just one of those people where I see her and it's just kind of like, I get lost. For sure. And I think that's what everybody wants, right? Pay equity. We'll have to see how that goes. Leave Me Alone says, Chris is cool. Yeah. I wonder, did they reduce Chris's fee to bolster Bryce's? Art Glass Viking says. And you know what? That one shocked me too. If he said, hey, take some of my pay to give. I don't know. But that story is floating around there on a couple of the big sites, so we had to talk about it. All right, this is just a curious little thing here that I want to talk about. New upcoming actors. MovieWeb has a thing out here. New actors who should be getting more appreciation. New actors, not young actors. I thought it was just young actors, but let's take a look at their list and see if we agree with it. New actors that should be getting more appreciation. Jarrell Jerome. Never heard of him. He was on Netflix miniseries When They See Us, and he was in Moonlight. Okay, he was in Moonlight. Okay. Should he get more recognition? Jacob Tremblay? No, he's got lots of recognition. What are you talking about? He was in Doctor Strange, Room. No, not Doctor Strange. He was in Doctor Sleep. Sorry, Doctor Sleep. Yeah, that's where that's from. Really? You don't think he's getting enough recognition? He's a good actor, young actor, and he's going to be utilized quite a bit, I think. I don't see why he's not getting it. Theo Germain. Never heard of him. Work in progress. Netflix show The Politician. Okay. Is that all they have for Theo Germain? I never heard of him. Okay, so hey, they're opening my eyes a little bit here to some of these names. Sophia Lillis, definitely, for sure, because she was the young Beverly Marsh. I guess she had that. There was a series on Netflix. What was that called again? Hopefully they got this here. She was in Sharp Objects. I'm Not Okay With This. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm Not Okay With This. Where she had telekinetic powers. Yeah, and she was really good in It. She almost stole the show in It Chapter 1, right? From the kids, out of all the kids, she really stood out. I agree with that. So what's next? Jonathan Bailey. Never heard of him. Where was he in? He was in Bridgerton. Oh, okay. Well, that's why. Because I never watched Bridgerton. But people are saying recognize him. Hala Finley, young actress, was in Man with a Plan, We Can Be Heroes. You know, I would add the girl from Black Phone. She's going to be. Keep your eye on her. That's not her. But yeah, talking about young actresses. Brian Tyree Henry. Yeah, definitely. He's not young though. He's like 40. Because he was just in Bullet Train, playing off Aaron Taylor Johnson. See how this stuff ties together, guys? That's how life just speaks to you. It gives you these common threads. He was really good in Bullet Train, too. He was a standout for me. A real standout in Bullet Train. And he had good chemistry there with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, and he goes out like a boss, too. And then, of course, this is from Joker. He was in Joker. He was that guy who kept the records at the hospital there, and he's like, no, you can't have this document. And then they fight for it, and he loses it. But yeah, Brian Tyree Henry, keep your eye on him. He's going up for sure. So do you agree with some of these new actors? Theo Germain, Artglass Viking says in the live chat, Theo Germain is brilliant. Lead in They Them. That's with Kevin Bacon, right? I haven't seen it yet. That conversion camp movie. Okay, I'll have to try to find a copy of that, and I'll try to watch it, because I think it's on a streaming service I don't have. Yeah, I'll find a copy of that. Okay, cool. What else? I wonder, did they... Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, but Sophia Lillis, definitely. All right, what do you think about those new upcoming actors? Somebody who's not a new up-and-coming actor is Aubrey Plaza. And this was kind of a fun story that dropped. Aubrey Plaza would love to play Lara Croft in Tomb Raider Reboot. Edgar Wright thought that she was already cast, and he congratulated her. So what's going on here? Obviously, the rights are still up in the air as to who's going to land those rights to make the new Tomb Raider series, because apparently a lot of studios are fighting over the property because they canceled the Alicia Vikander version. Just looking at that, I'm just like, I want to see more of this. I do. But apparently, MGM lost the rights, so I guess it was asked of her. Why is this ad playing, guys? I paused all ads. It was asked of her if she would like to be in it, and she said yes. And then Edgar Wright came out and said, congratulated her on the role she didn't actually get. And I guess he saw this image of her, and thought she was already cast and doing some dailies or something for it. Could you see her as Lara Croft? Now she's a little bit older too. Like, she's older than Alicia Vikander. I think Aubrey's like 37, 38. And Alicia Vikander's only like 33, so yeah, okay. So Hourglass says Aubrey's 38, so I doubt she is in the running for Lara. No, they want to go younger. But it was just kind of like a really weird mix-up. Like Edgar Wright went to his social media to congratulate her. So, and she's like, no, that's my movie, Emily. Something Emily. What is? Let me grab that. Whoops. Emily is carrying a strap. Oh, yeah. Okay, so look, I have no idea what the future holds for me, but I love it. It was funny when Edgar texted me that because I didn't realize how strikingly similar those photos are. Emily is carrying a purse strap, that Lara has a gun holster. Okay, yeah. So that's what people were confusing, right? With that image. I mean, I guess sort of. It's the shirt too, I suppose, right? But I'm glad that there's some rumblings out there in the ether that people are wanting Tomb Raider, right? She is an iconic character. She's the original badass, and Aubrey could have played her maybe 10 years ago. So I thought that was just fun. A fun little story of confusion there. Edgar Wright was, yeah. Hey, congrats for being in a Tomb Raider movie. So he doesn't, Edgar is somebody who obviously doesn't keep his ear to the ground like we do about movie news. So, yeah. And you know what, with the Tomb Raider stuff, I'm just looking at Aubrey. She's got a very distinct look, and if you ever see some of her interviews, she's got a very abstract sense of humor. I like it, and I do like her as an actress. So, yeah, I agree that perhaps she's a little bit too old to play Lara. Guys, we're never going to find a Lara that has attributes from like the old game. And I think most people, well, Angelina was a little bit close, right? But I do like the Alicia Vikander version there. I do. But when you look at this version of Lara, let me see if I can open it. This was from the video games that they were going to base the reboot on. Like, that doesn't look like Alicia. And it doesn't look like the older version of Lara. So I hope they can find somebody that looks sort of like that for the reboot. Make her in her early 20s or something like that. Because most people accepted the changes in the look in her face and her physique, right? Because she's just a cool character, Lara. Cool games. But we'll have to see how it all pans out. I'll keep my ear to the ground. Millie Bobby Brown, talking about cool stuff. Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown is enrolled at Purdue University in Indiana. Really weird, strange, because she's from the UK, right? Well, you know, you can go to international schools. So what is she enrolled in? And that'll take time away from her filming Stranger Things Season 5, won't it? Let's take a look at the quote. What is she studying? She's studying human services, where you learn about the system and how to help young people. Yeah, and she's definitely into humanitarian work, championing, you know, causes that help other people. And she's also into like other things like climate change initiatives and stuff, isn't she? Behind the scenes, she does a lot of really cool stuff, and she's got like a makeup line, I think, going. She's only 18, guys. Wow. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Sometimes I hear perhaps her head's a little bit too big, but whatever. You know, she's 18. She'll grow out of that. She'll mature. But she's going to school. That's good, to get an education. You can't knock that. Purdue Human Services Program. As an online student. Okay, so that's how she's doing it. Online. She's not actually going to go to the campus. But you know what? Maybe that's how she's going to balance her work schedule. She's just going to do it online. Nothing wrong with that. It's harder for some people. Some people need to have the actual hands-on learning in a classroom where they can get instructions from the professor, right? But cool. Designed to provide students with basic knowledge in human development and family studies, skills for working with people in service agencies, and program evaluation skills. Cool. Ooh, we got some comments. Let's take a look at these comments. Purdue Global is run by a separate company. She's only kind of Purdue. Oh. Yeah, in the States, should have gone to IU. Let's see. In the States, the colleges are a big thing of their culture. That's why you got college football and college basketball are huge things. It's not so much in Canada. We're not like that at all, I think. I never went to a big university. I did go to college, though. So there you go. Millie Bobby Brown. Cool. That's cool news. And that's why she's one of my favorite up-and-coming actresses. She's got a bright future in front of her, for sure. Not only in front of the camera, but I think eventually behind the camera. And I think she's going to go on to do great things helping people. That's cool in my book, man. All right. Let's bore people here a little bit with some business news. Talking about business. Just a small little thing here. I'll try to get through this. Warner Bros. To release MGM movies overseas, excluding next Bond pick. And this is a story that's up on the big trades. Because MGM got bought out by Amazon, right? Is that what happened? So they're going to... Warner Bros. Is going to help distribute those movies. And I guess that Timothée Chalamet movie that we saw a trailer for on Friday is going to be under that umbrella. What was it called? Bones and All. Oh, and Creed 3 is going to fall under that. Creed 3. We're going to talk about Creed 3 here in just a few moments. But, oh yeah. So that'll fall under that deal. It's just distribution, guys. The movies are already made. It's just putting the films out there for people to see. That's pretty much all you need to know from that. Creed 3, Bones and All, and I'm sure there's going to be some other ones in there. But apparently not the Bond, not the next Bond, because MGM still has, the rights to Bond, but that will all get sorted out once that merger or the full acquisition from Amazon comes out. But that's all the headline is. I'm not going to bore you with the details of what all those projects are. Yeah, it was Amazon. Bought MGM. I'll keep my ear to the ground. I'll let you guys know as much as I can as once more info comes out about that. But that's pretty much all you need to know. It's just international deal to distribute the movies out there, right? Warner Bros. Is helping out. All right. Tales of the Walking Dead TV show. Let's talk a little bit about TV. All these spin-offs with The Walking Dead, I had no idea that they're really not letting go of it. Anyway, Tales of the Walking Dead is what Fear the Walking Dead should have been all along. Well, what's that? Because I liked the first season of Fear the Walking Dead, because it was only like 6 episodes, but then they kill off all the characters, and it's like, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? And they go into these articles and say, well, that Fear the Walking Dead turned into the Walking Dead story too quickly. It's just another extension of Walking Dead, where you got these long story arcs stretched out over like 10, 12 episodes or 16 episodes, and you're like, we just had one episode of them walking from one place to another, and then you want... No, that's boring. It's boring. Anyway, I'm not going to digress. So what is this Tales of the Walking Dead? Each episode tells an isolated story drawn from varying locations and times across the Walking Dead mythology. Now that actually does catch my attention. So it's episodic. It's not a long narrative. And apparently each episode has different cast in it, because you got Olivia Munn and Terry Crews in one episode. So it's episodic. I might be up for that. Apparently it debuted yesterday, so maybe next week I'll watch it on Sunday and catch up with the opening episode, and let you guys know what I think about it. Parker Posey is going to be in it. Cool. From Scream 3. And Dazed and Confused, right? Samantha Morton, Julian Bell. But apparently this article says it's an underwhelming anthology. Underwhelming. So it wasn't very well received yesterday. Hey, you know what? You know what contributes to that is that I didn't even know about it at all. Because you got these spin-offs coming out. You got the Daryl spin-off. You got the Maggie and Governor 2.0. What is his name there? Negan. Spin-off. It's kind of like, but James, you didn't watch all of Walking Dead. You know that Negan is far more developed than the Governor. It's like, well, but it's the same thing. Humans torturing other humans just for the sake of power. It's boring. We've seen it. It's been done. But apparently if you're going to have small episodic things, I like Olivia Munn. Terry Crews is okay in my books. Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead became too much like The Walking Dead too quickly. Yeah, because he killed off all of these characters. He killed off. Wow, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Walking Dead? Do you guys even watch it anymore? I don't. I got off that train a long time ago. And I'll finish watching it once it's all uploaded to Netflix, and I can just fast forward. I can fast forward through those scenes where it's just kind of like 5 minutes of them walking down the road. You know? That film style. It wore me thin. It wore me out, man. But I'll check this out. Maybe. Perhaps. All right, guys, we got a few more headlines there that are listed in the description, but not here on the side. Let's just go through them. Oh, Creed 3. That comes out. It got pushed back. It was supposed to come out this year, got pushed to 2023. Creed 3 doesn't need to give Rocky an ending. Yeah, because apparently Stallone is not in this one. And people are kind of like, well, why? Why isn't he in there? Because it's about Creed. It's not about Rocky. And then Michael B. Jordan is directing this one. So I'm very curious about this project. And apparently it's going to have from Rocky 3, Mr. T's son, right? It's Mr. T's son isn't going to be in this one, I think. Because you know how Creed 2 had Drago's son. I think that's what they're doing. But this article just goes in to explain, well, they kind of already did tie up Rocky's story multiple times in Rocky Balboa, and then like Creed didn't really add too much onto Rocky's story. So I don't think I'm okay with not having Sylvester Stallone in there. And then you got that huge storyline of Stallone and fighting for the Rocky rights with the original owner, who's like 93 years old. He's I'm trying to fight him on social media. It's a weird story. But I'm looking forward to Creed 3, just to see where it goes with it. Clubber Lang, yeah, that's what it was, right? I thought it was. Let's take a look at the IMDb for Creed 3. Tessa Thompson's back. Yeah, we know the wife. She's okay. She's okay. Bianca. Victor Drago is back in this? Really? Huh. Felicia Rashad is the mother. Okay, where's the am I not seeing the guy here? Because we've seen pictures of him. He's like big. He's buff. He's a beast. It must be Jonathan Majors. His name is not listed here, right? He's playing the bad guy, Jonathan Majors, I think. Because we've seen him working out on the beach, and he's just like a wall. No, it's not him. Jonathan Myers? Is that... Why am I not seeing? Huh. Yeah, it must be. Jonathan Majors, Creed 3. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Clubber Lang. It even said it there, right? Yes, yeah. He could be his son for sure. Like, I mean, look at him. He's ripped. That's and he's got like what, 6% body fat. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I could see this match going down. I could see that. So that's the speculation that he's playing Clubber Lang's offspring, right? But that'll be cool. I'll be looking forward to that. And as I said, yeah, you don't really need Rocky in it. He's kind of done his part. But looking at the cast, that's a great cast. Cool, man. What is the release date? It got pushed, so Creed 3, March 3rd, 2023. Be looking forward to that. Some comments here in the live chat say zombie show as prolific as their subject matter, it seems. Our Glass also says son of Clubber Lang would be cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd say they have more dialogue than action. Great actors. Hopefully. Well, that's what I liked about the Creed, is that you got a good actor in Michael B. Jordan who can give us that drama, that weight. That's what helped sell the first Creed movie, that he was the son of Apollo Creed, right? So, yeah. And you needed Rocky in that one to kind of like shepherd that in. So that was cool. I like that interactions. And finally today, guys, we're going to be talking about Rogue One. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is returning to theaters in IMAX, right? So apparently they're going to re-release Rogue One just to give us, to put in the idea of Andor in people's heads. Like, because, let's see, when is this release date? I think it said it towards the end here. Rogue One, Star Wars story, releases again August 26th. And Andor will be streaming on Disney Plus, 3-episode premiere September 21st. It was supposed to premiere at the end of August there, 1 episode and then weekly. But they're going to have a 3-episode premiere on September 21st with Rogue One coming out August 26th. So like 3 weeks before it actually comes out. And I think that's okay. That'll work. I really liked Rogue One. I do. I refuse to call it this, a Star Wars story. That's no. Like Han Solo, a Star Wars story too. I don't know why they changed it like that, because it was going to be like Rogue One anthology, right? And that's all it was going to be called. I don't know what you're doing, but I like Rogue One, so for sure I'll definitely. If I got some extra pocket change, I'll go see Rogue One in the theater again, and if it's going to be in IMAX, from what I understand. Maybe it's not in. Maybe it's just normal release. I'm sure it'll be in the IMAX if they can. I thought I saw other articles saying that it was going to be in the IMAX, but I'll be checking it out. Yeah. Oh yeah, and She-Hulk opens up this weekend. But Diego Luna, they got to get his face up there, right? Andor. That'll refresh people. Oh, our Glass Vikings put a live chat badge there for £10. Thank you very much. The live chat. Rogue One is just fantastic throughout. It is. It really is. And the more, it's aging very well. It's getting better with age. Great cast. All right. All right, I think that's it for today. Oh, we've already gone an hour already. Wow. Can't believe it. All right, so let's take a look at the old Twitterverse and see if I missed anything or if anything else broke while I was talking about stuff and killing spiders. She-Hulk out this Thursday. Yes, we are going to be doing a live watch-along for She-Hulk this Thursday. And then maybe I can fit all of Sandman in between then and I don't know. I'll see. Let's take a look at what some of these other headlines are that I missed. Nothing there. Those are boring headlines there. All right, let's take a look at the old Twitterverse. See if I missed anything. Euphoria. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't have Euphoria. I do. I want to watch it because I like Zendaya. But I hear it's pretty provocative it's about drugs or something like that, right? Drug addicts. First look at Charlie Hunnam in Apple TV Plus series Shantaram. Follows fugitive named Lynn Ford looking to get lost in vibrant and chaotic 1980s in Bombay. Alone in unfamiliar city, Lynn struggles to avoid the troubles he's running from in this new photo in Bombay. Charlie Hunnam. Apple TV Plus series. Joe Keery's idols are Stanley Tucci and Charlie XCX. Okay. You idolize Stanley Tucci. He's a good actor. Very good actor. I don't know who this is. Charlie XCX. Is that a musician or why am I not knowing what this is? English singer-songwriter. I have to listen to her music after. Boys. All right. I'll give it a listen after. Maybe we'll do that in the post show. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to do a post show here in just a few moments on Facebook Live. Dwayne Johnson called DC after learning that the original script for Shazam also featured Black Adam. I said, I really think that you should make Shazam on its own in the tone that you want. And I think we should separate this as well. Oh! You know, The Rock is definitely taking Black Adam seriously. It's a passion project for him, something that he's been wanting to make for the longest time now. So it's good to see that he's got that, you know, he wants to make sure that it's steered in the right direction. Cool. Don't care about the CW. Do not care. 4 years ago today, Crazy Rich Asians came out and they still haven't made the sequel. You got the books, guys. Why can't you just adapt the books? The sequel should be out already. Talking about the Batman 2 taking too long to come out. We're 4 years, and it'll be 6 years for the sequel to that. The Rings of Power. That comes out September 2nd, right? So we'll be doing full live watch-alongs for Rings of Power as well. I like these. Interesting lighting on them. It's soft lighting, right? It washes them out with the color grade of the lights that they're using. This is just the cast. There's Morveth Clark, the young Galadriel. Okay, so they're going to be in Time magazine. Oh, there's that story about Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, Brian Tyree Henry, Logan Lerman, and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Bullet Train. What's this? Nexstar has acquired 75% majority in the stake of CW. That's just more business stuff. If anything significant comes out about it, I'll talk about it. A sequel to My Spy is in the works. That was with, was that Batista? My Spy? New Line is reportedly interested in making a Dr. Evil movie. Okay. But it got a little bit silly in the third movie. They took it to the line where he's actually brothers with Austin Powers. They shouldn't have done that. Keep it separate. Because it didn't work. It didn't work. A sequel to Girls Trip is still in the works. Well, I thought it was going to be ready to be shot soon. I guess not. Wedding Crashers 2 was set to begin production, but ended up being delayed indefinitely after Owen Wilson reportedly abruptly backed out due to Disney's Haunted Mansion instead. I heard that there was a Wedding Crashers 2. I hated Wedding Crashers when I first saw it because people said, oh, it's the funniest thing ever. And then when I watched it, and it's more of like a stalker. He's a stalker. Trying to get over it. And it's like the stuff at the mansion when they're having that family weekend stuff. That stuff was funny. That dinner scene at the table is hilarious. But it was weird. But then later on, I watched it again, and I realized, okay, but they're actually trying to address the fact that Owen Wilson has some huge mental issues. It was just so subtle. It was too subtle, perhaps. But then at the end, when Rachel McAdams comes around and realizes that, yeah, she likes him too, I kind of liked it. They're oddball characters, and I liked it. I like Wedding Crashers now, and I would be up for Wedding Crashers too. Cheetah Girls premiered, whatever. House of Dragon review embargo lifts in 2 days. Review embargo, 2 days. This is something else we're going to be doing. Full live watch-alongs. Matt Smith there apparently has got some interesting scenes coming up. Because you know the Targaryens, right? They're a little bit off. A little bit crazy. That's a show I'm looking forward to. Where the Crawdads Sing will surpass 90 million at the worldwide box office this week. Good for it. Selena Gomez. Brett Goldstein, Best Golden. He's going to be Hercules. I don't know if I want to see that, though. I don't know if I want to see that. Sadie Sink wins Best Supporting Actress in Drama Series. Oh, I guess the Hollywood Critics Association. Yeah, too many awards. Too many awards. Don't care. What? Happy birthday to Jennifer Lawrence. That was yesterday. So is it today or is it... when is Jennifer Lawrence's birthday? If not, happy birthday to her. August 15th, so it's today. Definitely one of my favorite actresses. Top 2 for sure. Whoops. There's that muscle guy again. Okay. Who's most likely to appear in She-Hulk Attorney at Law? Mr. Immortal, never heard of him. Captain Marvel, maybe. Manbull, never heard of him. Jill Stevens, never heard of them. Never even heard of them. But I'm looking forward to it this Thursday, guys. We will be doing full live watch-alongs. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes now, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. And you can join us tomorrow for more movie news here on the channel. Top Gun Maverick, 5 million away from topping Avengers Infinity War. All right, and then there's just going through the award stuff. And we'll end it off with Selena there, looking good in black and white. And thank you very much for joining me. Join us in a few moments for the post show on Facebook Live. See you there. And see you tomorrow for more movie news.